pretend you're no good, 'cause I can see your sunshine dripping out your sleeves onto my lifeline. Oh, good, though you didn't mean to leave a trail for me, but you didn't know whichever it is. It's alright with me. If it's alright with you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love, 'cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. But you're shy like one would be if they hadn't been loved right. Sleeping all the time, I know why you stay inside. Safer to save your life. Whatever it is, it's alright with me. If it's alright with you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love, 'cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. Golden boy, 'cause you're golden. Golden boy, it's okay if you're lonely.
Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Steven. You're watching Mochi Pop. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'm going to continue this little story about Kiss of Life canceling KCON LA 2025 coming at you with all the lineups. I'm not even going into the KCON site because I want to get straight to the Kiss of Life scandals that's been going on for the last few weeks, maybe a month ago, actually. A month ago, Kiss of Life has been, I would say, dominating as well, but also getting a lot of hate messages, things like that, mostly involving a birthday party. Now, again, if you're watching, make sure you like this video because I want to get this out there. I want to see what your opinion is, so make sure you comment below. What's the big deal? What happened with the birthday party? Why are netizens upset or not upset? Some are supporting them, some are not. And I want to get to the bottom of that. I want to get to the bottom of this. So what happened? Why did they really cancel? I want to actually figure out what happened. And I got some more information from a friend that is also into K-pop, probably more than I am, because I like to consider myself an observer. I'm not like full-time K-pop, but I like to see what's going on in the Asian entertainment world, which is why I decided to start this channel in the first place. So I'm not some crazy, say, fan per se, but I will tell you objectively what is going on with the industry and just overall reviews, things like that. So that's kind of my wheelhouse, and I want to make sure I express that here as much as humanly possible. So let's get to the screen share. What's actually been going on with the what's been going on with the, let's see, wrong video. What has been going on with Kiss of Life and the scandals? All right, so let's see, make sure I got the right thing here. All right, so there we go. All right, back to screen share. There we go. Yeah. So as you can see, KCON has been kind of a mess in a way. It's been a little smoother than other times that I've seen it. it hasn't been that bad. It could have been worse. Could have been much worse. And let's see. So let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anything from this side right here. What's next? Cancellation. There it is. There it is. All right. So yeah. So Kiss of Life cancel appearance. All right. So let's see what actually happened. And the real reason, as this title says, the real reason why the cancellation even happened in the first place. So I want to make sure I get that because I feel like I didn't really complete it last time. I went through some reviews and I went through some articles and seeing what was up. And then I think I missed a very important factor when it comes to what could have happened with the cancellation. And I think this might be the answer. This could be the answer, guys. It could be this simple. Oh, Julie's birthday party controversy. So that is what I'm. That could be the issue here. And see that she got the hat. She maybe cultural appropriation situation. A lot of things is going on. So, but let's actually break down a little bit what actually happened. And Julie, member of rookie group Kiss of Life, has recently come under intense scrutiny after clips allegedly taken from her private birthday party surfaced online in early May 2025. The videos instantly circulated on anonymous K-pop forums and then widely shared on Twitter or X and TikTok appeared to show Julie at the casual gathering with friends while the party itself was not confirmed to be inappropriate. Certain moments in the clips drew backlash. So that is the situation right now, guys. And let me tell you, fans can be crazy. But I don't think they're fans. I think they're just people who are upset about anything that they see. It's the same, like Twitter in general is like that. So again, I personally, if I was S2, I understand that. Okay, there's some more reasons why they cancel, but let me explain. Like, I don't think that's the reason to cancel, but there might be some more in-depth things that we may not have known about it. So let me continue. A guest was heard laughing about delusional K-pop fans with Julie smiling nearby. So that's one of the things that happened in the video. Another time, in another clip, there was drinking glasses present, raising speculation about underage alcohol consumption. Julie is 20 Korean age, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, 20 is the legal drinking age in Korea. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm confusing it with Japan. But comment below. What's the legal drinking age in Korea? And is she a citizen? Does it matter if she's a citizen or not? These are the things that might matter. A segment of the party showed someone making an offhand joke that some perceived as reference sassing gang mocking. So that's saying fans marking. Sorry. Yeah. So I guess there was a situation where I guess they mocked fans, and it didn't go very well. Maybe it got misunderstood. I have no idea, but I mean, possibly, right? So here's another one. Julie herself did not speak or act offensively in the video, but her lack of response to the others' comments stirred criticism. So is Julie the only person at fault here? I mean, why is it just because it's Julie's party? I get it, but when you have guests, you can't control your guests. It's impossible. You can't control the other members. You can't control what is going on with the people at the party. It's impossible. So let's continue this. Let's see. So let's see 20 netizens comments. So let's look at the comments. First comments. Here are the comments right here. I'm sorry guys, I know you guys can't see this. All right, second. All right, sorry guys, I had a phone call, like at the worst possible time. So, yeah, so here are the comments, the top comments that happened, and let's see. Okay, 20 netizens. All right, so 20 netizen comments. Now I'm going to go through the support comments, and also I'm going to go through the non-support comments. So that's how I'm going to do it. And so the first one is like, okay, 20. Let's say, so these are the criticisms. All right, these are the criticisms. Even if she didn't say it herself, standing by and laughing is just as bad. Ooh, she got her there. She but yes. And then the next one, she needs media training ASAP. This could have been avoided. Yeah, maybe. I think everybody needs some level of media training. So here's another comment from Julie Flop 23. Julie Flop. What kind of username is that? They literally created that username just for this comment. I was rooting for her, but this just proved the haters right. Okay. The haters gonna hate. They're gonna find something on her eventually, right? If you keep finding a flaw, you're gonna find a flaw, right? If you keep looking for a flaw, you're gonna find a flaw, and that's what haters do. And yeah, maybe sometimes they're right about maybe not being aware of the situation. But I think that's up to S2 to train them, right? So here's another one from Digny Idol. You're an idol 24/7, not just on stage. Well, actually, I would even argue that she was an idol on video when she was streaming and or recording her birthday video. That's definitely should have been something that she should have been careful about, of course. But again, I think people are way too sensitive. If marketing fans is probably the worst thing you could do as an idol. All this other cultural appropriation stuff, in comparison to mocking fans, I think mocking fans is infinitely worse. So if that had happened and she didn't say anything, like, oh, yeah, I get why people would be upset. But again, I wouldn't personally care. If a person if I was a fan of a group and they mocked their fans in some way, I probably wouldn't take too much offense about it, because they don't know who I am. They don't know. To them, we're just a bunch of random people on the internet and Twitter and all that. So until I get to know them personally, there's no way I can know how they really are in real life. And that's what we have to do as let's say observers of K-pop or fans, or just remember that they're humans and they make mistakes and they may not all be nice. I'm just saying, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to the music, but it just means that we can't take everything personally and expect them to be perfect. Because they're probably acting anyway, and people I know in Korea and other places, they're just used to so much fakeness. I want somebody real. I want somebody to clown me as a fan if I was a fan. You know what I mean? Why not? Just clown me. I don't freaking care. I want to see more of that, actually. I want to see more K-pop idols making fun of fans. I'm kind of joking, but not joking. Cultural appropriation right there. You see, they got in trouble for that too. Let's continue. What else happened? Let's see. Here's another one. She smiled while someone mocked us. How is that okay? She just smiled. She was probably being nice. She probably didn't know what to say. She probably was just like, how people are when they're in a group and like didn't want to be like the party pooper. She probably didn't know what to say. Like, what is she gonna say? What exactly? Get into a fight on camera? Get into a fight live? Which would have been nice actually to see that too. But hey, that's just my personal entertainment opinion. All right. So what else? This is the problem with rookie idols who get popular too fast. Yeah, but again, doesn't matter how fast you get popular. S2 should have trained them how to act outside of the stage and on video, on their birthday parties, whatever it may be. S2 should have said, this is a no-no, this is a no-no, this is a no-no, no birthday parties at all. How about that? No birthday. How about just chill with the costumes? How about that? You know what I mean? Just stuff that could just make the fans upset for no reason. Sometimes it's best to just do things a little normally. I like a little fun, but hey, You know, not everybody can handle jokes and things like that. So I think it just be a balance, right? But I think the number one thing should be do not make fun of your fans. Don't mock your fans. You can make fun of them probably, but I think making fun and mocking are two different things. If you're like saying, aha, our fans are crazy, you know, in a good way, I guess it depends on how you do it. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, support your fans and the fans will support you. And it's just that simple. I don't have any opinion on it personally, but I guess it is my opinion, but just be careful with the fan thing. I think that's the number one. I think that's what most people are upset about. Maybe they use the cultural appropriation thing as an excuse, but I think people always find something to get mad at. So here's another one from S2 Sophis. S2 should have disciplined her by now. The silence is shady. Yeah, it's still shady. It is, but you know, these companies don't always know exactly what to do, right? I mean, what do you expect? They think they're above fans once they taste fame, says watch it, the idol behavior. Yes. I don't know. They think they're above. I think every idol thinks they're above fans. You know what I mean? Very few idols I've seen. I think the only idol I remember seeing in person who doesn't feel like they're above fans, when I've met, would be like on the Japanese side, Crystal K. Well, she's half Korean, half black, but Crystal K, I met her in person twice, on the same month, really. And she's cool. I actually have some videos with me and her, but she treats fans like they're almost her friends in a way. You know, like she gets to know you, she talks, she has a conversation. There's no waving behind a glass like on KCON. She's right there in person. And, you know, she's going to treat us as a bunch of dangerous, crazy people. And there are out there, but I think the majority of fans aren't crazed lunatics who wants to stab a person. You know what I mean? Like, it's things happen, but usually that happens when the most security is around, too. Like, where's the security, right? So you've seen things happen to K-pop stars and back in the day, and it's dangerous, but I don't think idols are above fans if they want to protect themselves. I think they're above. I think they just need to have security, and that's as far as it goes. But in terms of treating their fans like they're less than, I think it can come across that way. And you know what? I personally want celebrities to own it. Like say, hey, yeah, I am better than you because I'm famous and I have more money than you, and I have a bunch of brand deals. They literally brag about it on their music videos. Lisa literally brags about it. Lisa from Blackpink. You got Jennie, like Jennie. You know what I mean? Come on, right? People are singing it with her. They're like, yeah, this song's cool. You know, money on Lisa's side. And, you know, money and fame. Rappers talk about it all the time. It's a normal thing for rappers to brag about their success. And also singers, the girl power groups, G-Idol, aespa. Come on, Supernova. Supernova. Come on. Let's go. People like that kind of stuff. So if it comes across at their birthday parties, maybe it doesn't look as good if it's not music. So it's not in a music form. So that's my opinion on it. But hey, why not? I don't care either way. But I think it's kind of funny though. So how about this one? How about this comment? Let's see. The fact that not even a vague apology. Seriously, says unapologetic idol. Another one. Cheap clot. Chick. Lucky this wasn't dispatch level. She'd be gone. I say gone. I did an accent, but yeah. Let's see. Mocking fans is the one thing you never do. Now this I agree with 100%. You should never mock fans, or at least like defend them a little bit. I think she should have at least handled that better. But again, I'm not going to cancel them over it. Okay, rookie privilege won't save her now. was being a rookie ever a privilege? I don't think so. I never heard that one before, but yeah, her silence says more than words ever could. Wow, speculation much? Seriously, like, listen, let's be honest. Let's get this out the way before we continue this. Do you really believe these celebrities, these K-pop idols, actually care about you, fans? yeah, I'm sure on some level they do, but like they're so busy. Their schedule's so busy. They're doing this and they're doing that. I have time to care about. I have very little time to care about other people. Myself, I'm not even a celebrity. Like, can you imagine them and their girls? Right? They're already privileged. They already see most of you guys as invisible. You guys, they don't care about you guys. Come on, let's just be honest. The only way you get attention from these celebrities if you become famous yourself, be successful, and make a lot of money on the guy side. For the girls, they just enjoy the girl power flaunts that Kiss Stuff Like does. Like, hey, I like their music. They empower me and they make me feel like a better woman because when I listen to their songs, that's what the women feel like. On the guys side, they're fans because they like, guys like girl groups, obviously, and the girl groups get the best of both worlds. Like I said, like last year or a year before that, when I made a video about that subject. And do you really think these girl groups who are famous have time to care about what fans think most of the time, especially in the moment, right? They're kind of hang out. You want to see them in their environment, what they really like. Like, that's a privilege for them to show you what they're really like in real life. They didn't have to do that, right? Then they get canceled over it. I'm like, you know what? I actually respect them for being themselves and doing their cultural appropriation thing and not caring what people think in a way. And then the sensitive fans kind of ruin everything and like, hey, you're trying to act like hip hop people. You're not hip hop, and she actually looked kind of funny with the two hats on. Stop the cap hats, and yeah, I think she was cool. She was fine. It was costume. It's like Halloween. Like, I don't get offended when people dress up in cosplay and anime. They're wearing the females are wearing absolutely nothing. You don't see me saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe she would dress like that," So I mean, I don't see the big deal on that part. But the mocking fans, I do agree that it's not good. So let's say her solo if she wants to act like this. Let her go solo if she wants to act like this. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a stupid comment. Moving on, another example of a pretty face thinking it's enough. What's enough? Thinking it's enough? What's they? Who's they? Moving on. This is why trust the idols is dying. I think it's already dead. I think, like I said, most people are figuring out that idols and these people don't care about them. Especially in American Hollywood, I don't think there's such thing as an idol anymore. Or Tom Cruise is the last real movie star, and I just saw his movie yesterday. It was Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Highly recommend it. But yeah, I mean, there's no real movie stars anymore. And movie stars, let's be honest, they're supposed to be kind of above us in a way, right? Like, why will anybody look up to me? Nobody will look up to me if I'm not better than them. If I'm not something to aspire to be. So if you're complaining that the idols are mocking fans, maybe you should ask yourself, what can I do to not be mocked? What can I do to be seen as a respectable fan? How about not be a crazy fan? How about that? How about not be a crazy New Jeans fan or a crazy Kiss the Fly fan or a crazy Twitter warrior who goes out and just attacks everything you see? Well, how about we start with that first, and then maybe they respect you a little bit more, right? Maybe. Or just be like me and make a YouTube channel and just talk crap about everybody. Right? I'm just joking. So yeah, the next comment. Start the countdown of her apology tour. All right. So that is number 20. I don't think you guys see that because I didn't scroll down. So I'm using two screens. I'm going to work on getting a second monitor soon. I just have my main monitor and I'm using my laptop to read off of it. So please excuse me, guys. And but there's some positive comments. So here is 20 comments from the positive side. She literally didn't say anything. People need to calm down, says Julie Defense Unit. She is Julie Defense Unit. She's the real deal. Yeah, here's another one. Idol. So from Idols Have Friends username. So now idols can't have birthday parties? Apparently not. Because, they can't be themselves. They can't have fun. Here's another one from K-pop fans, Sensational. This was a private setting. Why is it even our business? Well, I would actually come back at this comment because even though it is a private setting, they are streaming it or putting it online for everybody to see. So technically, it's not that private. So I will disagree on that part, but I understand where she's coming from, or he. So next one. This was, let's say, y'all acting like she threw the insult herself. Chill. Now, I agree with that one. She didn't do anything. All she did was, she smiled. Maybe she should have spoke up, but then it would have had a fight and ruined the birthday party. She's trying to keep things light for her birthday, all right? It's very difficult to do. You try running a birthday party. You have to keep everybody happy more than yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? Come on. She's new. People need to stop expecting expectations. Yeah, agree, says Rookie Stands Dart. Yeah. So who's support Julie, support Jay Kissy username. Her friends spoke, not her. Guilty by association isn't fair. Agree. Video Truth Hunt says that video was edited. Context matters. Agree. I believe context definitely matters. Maybe the video was edited. I don't know. I haven't really got the information on that. Who knows? Here's another one from Korean Netizen Watch. Always a woman idol dragged more than male idols. I disagree. I think there's a little bit of both. Male idols are usually the most behaved, probably. They probably understand a little bit better about, like, you know, how to act in every scenario, especially if you're a guy. You can't mess up as a guy. You just can't. It's harder to get away with it. So I think guys are just more careful, and we have a little bit more common sense when it comes to this stuff. Yeah. So how about this one? Let's see. That yeah. I don't know if the video's edited, but who knows? Always a woman idol. Okay. How about this one? Bubble fans acting like they own her. It's scary. Beyonce's beyond Bubble. Bubble fans. Are they Bubble fans now? Is this another fandom? I thought it was something else. But yeah, maybe Bubble fans is Julie's fans. Maybe that's what they're called. Please comment below. What's the Bubble? What's this Bubble thing about? See, this is how little I know. Let's see. Julie's probably more hurt than we think. Give her grace. You know what I think? Here's a maybe a not so popular take. I think Julie is perfectly fine. I think she maybe got hurt. I think she's a little bit concerned, but I think she's just doing her best to get her life together and get the group going again and not causing any problems, you know. But I don't think she cares about. I think she cares on some level that to make sure that fans don't get angry. But again, it's Twitter, and I think it's just, you know, press control. We call it you know, the company S2 is doing damage control, and so is Julie probably at this point. She's probably not saying much of anything at this point. So yeah, let's continue. Let's see. You expect a 20-year-old to shut down her birthday party, you know, guest. So shut down her birthday guest. Yeah. So that I agree with this. I said it before. You can't just be like, oh, don't say that about our fans. Our fans are nice, you know, or maybe she didn't know how to say it properly, so she didn't say it at all. And maybe she herself was shocked about it, you know? So, yeah, who knows? Or maybe the guests are just trying to sabotage the birthday party. Maybe that's what happened. They're just trying to sabotage everything, the whole group. Like, all right, so this fandom turning on itself is the real disappointment. Again, I don't think this is real fandom. I think these are just people who are upset about everything. They're not real fans. They're just crazy people who are obsessed with celebrities, and then if they do something wrong, they want to find something to attack them on. I think that's what it is. I really do. I don't think they're real fans. This whole room was loud. We don't know the full convo. Of course we don't. All right. We probably don't know the context. Who knows? People hear what they want to hear, right? Moving on. The hate is overblown and you know it. Moving on again. If you love Julie, you don't drop her over 10 seconds of video. Totally agree. If you're a real fan, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't be acting like a crazy person over this. Maybe your rival group. Maybe the rival group. Maybe Eled or who else is New Jeans before, or I think what's the equivalent of Kiss of Life would be to me. the Seraphim, maybe. You know what I mean? That'll be the equivalent. But yeah, so focus on their music. The drama is toxic. Agree. I think you should focus on the music, enjoy the music, stop all this hate and weird stuff. And listen, my life is busy enough. I don't have time for drama, all right? I'm just saying. Let's see. Stop ruining a group over a party. Agree. Kiss of Life needs unity right now, not betrayal. So stay kissed. So here's more reasons of the cancellation possibly. And let's see. So K-pop cancellation reasons. Cancellation timing sparked suspicion. Kiss of Life was removed from KCON LA 2025 in midway, just 2 weeks after the Julie controversy began. Initially listed as a featured performance, their removal was only acknowledged by KCON as due to scheduling adjustments, with no further elaboration. All right. So let me just make sure you guys see that. So let's see. Sorry, guys. So with no further elaboration. So where am I? It is. Fans quickly noticed the timing was highly coincidental and suggests a PR maneuver to avoid public backlash in the U.S., where K-pop fans are vocal and often direct during live events. So yeah, I think that is true. I think there was a lot of risk there to in terms of that. Again, K-pop fans are a little crazy, so you got to be careful how you go about things. Cancellation timing sparked suspicion. Okay, so fan-led theories about protest risk. According to Korean and international fan communities, include Reddit and the Q, some fans had planned to bring protest signs to KCON LA or organize silent protests during Kiss of Life stage. This led to speculation that S2 Entertainment pulled the group to avoid an international scandal, as such incidents can quickly speed via TikTok and YouTube. So yeah, I think that is true. I think that is again, these are all theories, but again, it's very possible based on what I've seen and heard. All right, so yeah, this thing is yeah, you guys don't see this last one. Sorry, I think my screen share is not showing it, but yeah, so KCON track record suggests this is unusual. KCON has been historically open about artists pullouts due to visa issues or injuries. The lack of transparency in this case trans with how other lineup changes were handled, further strengthening fans' belief that this was not just a scheduling matter. All right, so, and I can barely see this myself now because now my screen's acting weird. There it is. While it was possible that there was a legitimate conflict, such as free filming for a combat or health break, many fans are in this and industry watchers agree that Julie's scandal likely influenced the decision. The optics of putting Julie on an international stage amidst a controversy were deemed too risky. Critics call it damage control disguised as management, while supporters believe it's a necessary pause to protect the group. Yeah, and I kind of agree with that. I understand why S2 would have done that. I just think there should have been transparency, but they didn't want to even mention the scandal, probably because if they even mention the scandal, it'll make them look bad. And people will be like, oh, it's because of that. So they're going to let people speculate and wonder what the reason was and not giving anybody anything, because I guess mentioning it is not going to help either. Putting it out there and saying it, any type of attention to a scandal in and of itself is risky. So I think that's why S2 probably did that. Was it a good choice? I don't see a reason why they wouldn't do it. Or like if it was me and I own S2, I would probably not say anything anyway. Like I would be like, yeah, we just had, it wasn't right for our schedule. Sorry, we did it ahead of time, but we canceled early. So I'm hoping you guys won't be too upset about it. We canceled it right on May before the tickets sell, and the tickets didn't even sell yet. So nobody can complain that they wasted tickets because they didn't see Kiss of Life. You know what I mean? So That's how I would probably put it in a way, right? It's like in early Cancellation, it's not a big deal. Maybe they helped KCON get their lineup together, but again, just didn't work out. Sorry, maybe we can meet again later once things die down, right? What else would it be? Would you like a video breakdown? Okay, so that's not it. That's my other script. Yeah, I don't know. Julie's birthday party it's controversial, but it's not. I don't see it as a big deal, and I personally believe that Julie's birthday party is not a big deal. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe it's a big deal, and I do believe that just making sure I got that right. I do believe that it's just damage control, and I don't think it's a big deal, guys. It's just a birthday party and things happen, and I don't know what else to say. She has a hat on. She's cultural appropriating. She's talking with her friends. She's goofing around like everybody else does. Do you really think any of these girls are any less guilty of doing this than them? I think they put it out there. I respect them for putting it out there and showing who they really are, because a lot of people don't do that. And I think that's kind of a new thing in K-pop. I think people are showing more and more of their personality, who they are. And I don't understand why people are so upset about, they mock the fans. That part wasn't a good thing, but it wasn't Julie. It was the other either members or people at the group and people in the background saying crazy things. And it was just an environment where you can't always control. You can't always have the control over it. And it's just impossible. The birthday party seemed like it was fun. I'm going to see if I can watch the video myself just for fun. And yeah, I think that Kiss of Life has done a good job in surviving all the other scandals as well. So you got to give them credit for that. And you got to give them credit for at least trying to come to KCON. Maybe the members themselves didn't want to go because they felt unsafe. That's a big possibility, because again, the birthday party incident was probably the straw that broke the camel's back when it came to the already angry fans that was already after them. And there are rumors of them going to protest, bringing signs to KCON and protesting. Somebody protested at SM Entertainment when I was there. There was one guy who had this big sign say FSM, right? So they'll probably say FS2 too, FS2, with all these signs. And I'm not sure how many protesters were supposed to come, but apparently there was Reddit posts about it. So just be careful, guys. Be careful out there. Be careful, Kiss of Life. And I hope you guys enjoy this. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notifications, and we will be back for more. Until next time, peace.